we talk about everything from the low brow to the high brow, as long as your eyebrows are on fleek and my life is not falling apart. Jesus help me. You know why I booked a 7 a.m. flight? I'm flying to New York City because I have a flight on Monday to South Africa, and yes, I am anxious. I am so anxious, and I have traveled out of the country by myself before. I've been to Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and I'm by myself. And Jesus, take the wheel. Let's talk about what I'm drinking first before I get into my itinerary, because my life is meant to be a part of Pop Snark, because I am Pop Snark. I am pop culture. So we're just gonna make that into one of the clink, 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 clink today. Well, I already started drinking, girl, because I was stressed. But it's ginger beer and honey jack, girl. Our brown girl shirts. Boop, boop, boop. Here's a crew neck. You guys have been asking, are you ordering? Have you been ordering kid sizes? I haven't seen any kids in pictures of Smart Brown Girl shirts. The onesies, the toddlers, the kid sizes. Like, where are your daughters at? Hashtag Smart Brown Girl. Hey, I want to see the cute brown babies in Smart Brown Girl shirts. Duh. I'm turning 30. I'm turning 30. And you so late if you don't know. Not only have I not shut up about it, but I also did a whole video talking about wanting to curate a list for things to do before I turn 30, but that's in like 2 weeks. So what we just gonna do is 30 while 30. You can go check that video out and also leave your suggestions, because I'm gonna be recompiling my list and taking some of your suggestions and creating a 30 while 30 list. I'm having a party in Houston called my 30th birthday brunch. It's open bar, it's buffet, and it's mahogany themed. If you don't know what mahogany is, you need to check out Diana Ross's movie Mahogany, because I feel like it speaks to my evolution, the evolution of my maturation into adulthood. That's why we're doing the theme. South Africa, I'm having an event. It is damn near sold out. I'm so excited. Just because, you know, Pop Snark is everything from low brow to the highbrow, and my life is the highbrow part. So let me just give you a little background on why I'm so anxious about going to South Africa. I could do a whole video on this, but F it. We're gonna do it here. So, back in September, I went out for drinks with this fuckboy. It kind of bothers me that I have this memory, like this Negro who really hurt my feelings to this event. Whatever. I be trying to, whatever, girl. Anywho, I went out with people that I no longer talk to. We went out for drinks. They both were Nigerian. I brought up the fact that I want to go to South Africa, and I said, next year I am going to go to South Africa. And they were like, South Africa is not the real African experience. What, you gonna go see some white people and some giraffes? And I'm like, no, I feel like I have a special connection with my audience. I feel like they're dope, very understanding and extremely supportive, and I would like to go meet them. So I'm gonna make my way to South Africa next year in 2015. And they gave me a really hard time about if I've never been to Africa before, why is the first place that I want to go to be South Africa? If it's the first time going to Africa, they just felt like I should really be going to West Africa. And so it's just weird that like it manifested itself, and now here I am right before my 30th birthday going, and my event literally might already be sold out. It is mind-boggling. Feel like there's some sort of Smart Brown Girl topic somewhere in there. I don't know, but literally my mind is all over the place. I'm so anxious because it's just so crazy that I really verbalized something and it manifested itself so quickly. Because I've been going through some wild-ish since about November, but I've been blessed. What I want all my Smart Brown Girls to do for my 30th birthday: 1, if you're in Houston, come to my brunch. 2, on March 28th, I want all my Smart Brown Girls to donate feminine products to their local women's shelter, and take a picture of your donation, or you in the process of donating it to the shelter, and post it on Instagram and hashtag Smart Brown Girl. I want my birthday to be a day of giving for something that we so often take for granted. Your local shelter, ask for what they accept as donations. Find out who the donation coordinator is. Every shelter has one. And schedule a time. You, your homegirls, got your church, your sorority, whatever organization you were involved in, and donate on March 28th. Let's make it happen. Brown supposedly has a break baby like Dwayne Wade and Ludacris. Don't nobody care. Karuchi is just, I don't even like this word, but her thoughtful behavior just is like, girl, Why would you even feed into the petty BS drama and tweet that you're so through it? Baby isn't something you can deal with. It's not even confirmed. Like, she's trying to self-sustain her career, basically. That's why she keep feeding into it. That's why she keep coming back. I feel like they already got a prenup and they ain't even married. And somewhere in the prenup says that we have to consistently exhibit messy behavior and keep our relationship in the tabloids all the time. Nobody cares. Speaking of messy behavior on Twitter, Keisha Cole and her husband Bobby. Now, I made the poor decision last night to flat iron my hair, and then I could have achieved this without the flat iron, but whatever. And it just took me way too long because I got all these short pieces on the side and it's struggle. While I was up flat ironing my hair till 4 o'clock, styling my hair till 4 o'clock in the morning, I had the opportunity to catch up on the newest segment of Keisha Cole's reality series. And you know, I really want to like Keisha. I really want to see Keisha progress and flourish. Actually, I do like her. It's not even a want. I do like her. And I think it's very kind of unfortunate, the life circumstances that she finds herself in with a mother who's still clearly addicted to some substances, sisters who just seem to be ain't shit, and then this husband who is just, you know, I don't particularly agree with messy behavior in dating someone or being in a relationship and then publicly, you know, displaying the breakdown of y'all relationship. However, I just don't know that if I was in a relationship with a man, married, if my husband, let's bring it all back, because she's not just in a relationship, she is married to Bobby, that dude. She's married to that dude. So if I call my husband cheating, right, and we got children together, and I feel like there ain't nothing better than me out there, so who exactly are you cheating with? And then we break up. He proceeds to do an interview talking about how he want me back, how he gonna do better, he gonna get all this sympathy on Nicole Bitchy. And then I decided to give him another chance because we have children together and I love him and I love him hard. And I'm not a person who lets go of my emotions very easily. I'm not a person who lets people in my life. I already have trust issues. We can pretty much confirm that these are all things that Keisha Cole also is like. And I get back with him. And then he invites me to his video shoot. And the chick who in the video claims to still be messing with my husband and then shows me text messages. I can't say that I wouldn't. I think sometimes we do throw around this term petty a little too quickly. We all revel in petty behavior every once in a while, especially when it's because of the detriment of our own emotional selves. I don't want to like fault her for being emotional. I can't say that I would do too much differently than what she did. It is the 50th anniversary of Selma. So if you haven't seen the movie already, go watch my review and then go be a smart brown girl and guy and go see it. You ain't got none excuse not to go see Selma. It is a beautifully well done movie. And in honor of the 50th anniversary of Selma. Yes, the president and his family are there, and it's just so glorious to see the first family, the first black first family walk off of Air Force One, headed to the Selma anniversary. I think it's just a pivotal image in history. And it speaks so much to the progress, because as much as we do want to say we haven't made a lot of progress, I think we have. But we still have a very long way to go. And I just think it speaks to the legacy of Black Americans in this country and our overall historical worldwide impact on the equality of the brown-skinned people of the world. Scandal! Okay, so I was in LA early this week. I entirely forgot about TV while I was in LA, and I did not watch Scandal when the rest of y'all watched Scandal, so I didn't get to tweet about it with the rest of y'all, but y'all were all in my mentions letting me know that there was no way I could do Pop Snark this week and not discuss this episode of Scandal. It's okay. I did not have an extremely emotional reaction to this episode of Scandal, and I'm going to break it down for you. I overall have lost most of my interest in Scandal, which is why I don't discuss it much in Pop Snark. And I oftentimes on Thursdays, I'm in no rush to watch it. However, I don't discuss it in Pop Snark because I don't feel like there's any productivity in me lambasting the series or explaining why I've lost interest in the show. Because everything ain't for me, everything ain't about me and what I particularly like, and I think Scandal does way more and has a way greater purpose beyond me feeling like it feeling like it's jumped the shark in its storyline. I can appreciate that others like it. I can appreciate that it's still on TV, and I can appreciate that I just am not interested in watching it. That is that. With regards to this past Thursday's episode, which was written by a black man, and it really kind of touched on the Black Lives Matter campaigning and the gunning down of young black males in America. Now, I didn't have a very emotional response to the episode because I don't feel like the episode was for me and my kind. You know, I've kept up. I'm very well aware. I'm very well versed on the going-ons of the recent Black Lives Matter campaign. And for me, it was just a little heavy-handed in its approach to the topics. But I get it. It wasn't for those of us who are already aware and understanding and actively involved in the discussions around Black Lives Matter. It was, you know, I have to remember that not everyone who watches Scandal is black. Not everyone is someone who is aware of what's going on in America. I personally found it to be a little heavy-handed and missing more of the complexities of the circumstances, in that, you know, one, in America, a black father coming out with a gun and holding a several-day standoff would never. In Washington, D.C., where they shot a woman who was mentally ill in her car with her toddler child and came too close to the White House, like, come on, seriously? Second of all, a white Republican president would never be that anxious to apologize for the circumstances, nor would state governors be that vocal about speaking out about the cause. You know, in the context of what's actually been going on in America, you know, whether it's New York City's mayor, Bill de Blasio, who's a white man with a black son, or our very black president, Barack Obama, kind of speaking out about it, and Obama kind of skirted it. He's very careful with his language because of the politics of being a president. And then Bill de Blasio was more direct about it, and they have completely tried to destroy this man. And just for simply saying that having a black son, he has to train his son to be careful around the police because he can lose his life over some BS. So, you know, but that's a much more complex conversation, and I don't think we're at that point where a pop culture show can really effectively have that conversation. So I'm saying all this to, you know, sad. The whole speech that the officer gave, the white officer, about risking his life every day when he goes into his job and going into a community that's trained to hate him. Now, you know, this plays into respectability politics, right? I saw like Funky Denevas. He did a review of this episode, and he was saying how what the white cop said was true. Now, and had credence to it and how the black community changes. Now, I don't believe in respectability politics. That doesn't mean that we don't need to work to striving to always do better as human beings and as members of our community, but I don't believe in it because it doesn't give any credence to the fact that a lot of these communities are already having these dialogues and these conversations. This whole idea of black on black crimes and that we don't discuss it or we don't react it is straight bullshit. Ta-Nehisi Coates back in 2008 wrote a very good article, I've mentioned it in another Pop Snark already, about how our black communities are out here protesting the crime rates within their own communities. There is activism in the communities to make them safer places and to get the young black youth off the streets and off from the cycle of crime. This discussion, and especially when I see other black people joining in the discussion and agreeing with it, is such BS. But I think they inserted that police's speech made him such an outwardly hateful person to show that that we acknowledge that this conversation is happening. We do understand how the police feel, but it doesn't justify their racially motivated actions. I'm happy the episode happened. I don't have too much else opinion outside of that because it wasn't, I watched it and then walked away feeling like that was not for me. The show definitely served its purpose, and I hope that we can continue this conversation, and I hope that this is a first step in having a more, and I say nuance in so many of my videos. I gotta find a new word, girl. But having a more nuanced conversation around the complexities of how the police patrol black neighborhoods. You know, as much as I don't like Lee Daniels, I do like the diversity and the complexity of the characters. Whether it's the oldest son, Andre, dealing with mental health issues and being bipolar. The middle son, supposedly my little brother, Jouelzy Samale, y'all not funny, being gay and having a father who's homophobic and very unaccepting. And then the youngest child, the youngest boy, Hakeem, who's just a spoiled ass brat and funny looking at that. I do like the detail to attention in their relationships and how they deal with each other. I just think it's not only is it entertaining and fun to watch, but it touches on a lot of topics, and I quite enjoy the show. I only watched Real Housewives of Atlanta from this past Sunday because there was so much discussion around how far off the cliff the show has gone and how embarrassing it was to see grown women go to dinner and get in an argument like that. I mean, I watched it and I'm just like, this can't be real life. And Cynthia is dead ass wrong for engaging in a silly conversation at the expense of this woman's own personal life. Other than that, my mind's been all over the place. As I said earlier, I'm going to South Africa. House of Cards done came out. Girl, I've been trying to keep myself from binge watching it, but you know, you sit down and say, I'm going to just watch one episode and 5 episodes later. Ooh, if you not, you need to go get you some Kevin Spacey. First of all, if you ain't never seen Unusual Suspects, Kaiser Soze on them hoes, you need to go watch it. Then you need to go sign you up for 1 month of Netflix. That's all you need. And go watch House of Cards. And get you a little piece of American politics intelligence. Girl, it'll put you onto so much. I just be looking up shit like, ooh, the general solicitor, I didn't even know that was a role. Thing that I missed, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm sorry, girls, I'm so damn loopy. Also, wish me well, pray for me as I fly to South Africa. I'm excited. I will be vlogging, so definitely go ahead and subscribe to my vlog channel, Jouel Life, Jouelllife. Ooh, girl, Jouellife. And I want to start back with my Ask Jouelzy series. I think I'm going to do much shorter kind of vignette videos that offer quick quips on topics. So you can either email me, and please don't do super loaded, my relationship, I have to tell you my whole life story questions. But if you have any questions, email ask@jouelzy.com and I'll pick some and start doing Ask Jouelzy videos again. If you would like to remain anonymous, you can submit questions to my Ask FM page. Just hashtag it Ask Jouelzy so I know that you would like this to be for Ask Jouelzy video, and I won't bother with replying to you with a dry ass typed out message. I really hate typing, which is why I'm so short on Ask FM, but it's fun. It's a good way to procrastinate. Anyhow, thanks for watching. As always, thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the Smart Brown Girl movement. Deuces!